Hello everybody, welcome back to Civil War Generals 2, the Battle of Kernstown. So this is the first battle in the long series of battles that make up the campaign for Stonewall Jackson in his Valley campaign. And the first battle, unfortunately, at Kernstown here has not really gone very well. As you can see, yeah, all the dead bodies here, ours. Yeah, and then we are on the run. And these guys are hot on our heels, trying to catch us and then annihilate us, basically. And these guys, as you can see, not doing too well. Yeah, all of them are in terrible state of, yeah, they're not really having a good time. And this is like one of the more intact units. And this guy's in trouble. Oh yes, they're in trouble. All of these guys are out of movement points. And these guys really, they have to probably try to tough it out, but I don't know how well they will be able to do that. And as you can see on the eastern side, it's not really much to write home about. And this guy is, I guess, our most preserved regiment of the whole army. And this place, and yeah, we are all desperate to run. Now, I think the best hope for our army here is minor defeat, and that's all of them actually is running. Yeah, they are basically routed, and I don't think any amount of coaxing or silver tongue is going to help matters. Yeah, they're basically running to their farms, and then unfortunately, I think that's the case for. That'll be the case for a lot of these guys if I don't do a good job of retreating. And these guys are now, I think, trying to catch us. And these guys still able to fight somewhat, but I think they need to situate themselves here in these hills. And I read a bit about what happened actually at Kernstown. Stonewall Jackson did lose this battle, but not by much, although he had to go up against army that was probably twice the size as his. And then most of the battle took place around here. He sent Ashby, this cavalry unit, on the right side as a feint. And while most of his troops were positioned here, and even here, they weren't able to really withstand the amount of men the Federals brought. And as you can see, yeah, you can see the wall here. And this is where they basically made a stand. They did a pretty good job of it to hold them Federals up, but because of their sheer size and their firepower, I don't think they could hold much longer. And I think there was a guy called Garnett who basically broke and ran. Wonder if this is also this guy was running. No, actually not. Garnett is somewhere around here. Oh yeah, R.B. Garnett. Yeah, this guy with his Stonewall Brigade broke off and ran, and that basically created a kind of chain reaction that, yeah, they basically spread through the rest of the army, and then he had to retreat. And Garnett was actually arrested and was taken out of service for a while before he came back. Unfortunately, I think that Gettysburg, which is another big Confederate loss, there he lost his life. So that was very unfortunate for Garnett here. But at least in this campaign or in this battle, he has a chance to escape. And he has, yeah, he can still move around here like this. So let's move. And that's going to be this turn, yeah. So let's see what's going to happen. We're going to be pushed further out. Yeah, as you can see, the cannons are still aiming at us at a velocity. It is really hard to battle. There with the counterattack. And the defender got the worst of it, unfortunately. So from there we need to run. And there you can see we are being hounded. And we lost a lot of supplies here. And these guys are basically marching as fast as possible to catch us. And unfortunately, as I suspected or expected, these guys come back to their farms to farm right here in Shenandoah Valley, a very fertile land, supposedly. This guy's unlimbered or limbered. I think these guys are limbered, so I need to... Oh no, actually not. I need to undo this. This is a horse-driven artillery, so they will go up this hill.
No, sir.
Oops. Yeah, they'll go up here, and then wait for... They wait and try to recharge here up on these hills, and try to protect what remains of our victory point. Now this is not that great, but if they stay, they'll be, you know, face up against this huge brigade or a regiment that they have really no hope of battling. So I need to do this in order to get a bit of chance, but you know, as you can see, it is in the way of further federal mob here, so yeah, I cannot really do anything productive or progressive for these guys, unfortunately. These guys will yeah, still run. I think it took a full-scale retreat for all of these guys, and yeah, to probably go onto this road, perhaps to join these guys at over the hills, and we'll make the last stand there and try to preserve the point as possible. And okay, so let's check the... Yeah, this is terrain height, and we need some natural cover. So I guess I need to... Alright, so some natural cover this side. Okay, doesn't really look good for us. Well, I mean, we did dig in, but I think we need to move. And these guys will get it. And this guy is able to travel a bit far. Maybe they can change their formation, marching formation, and they'll be able to travel a bit farther. Yeah, they just don't want to do anything with crossing the stream. Anything that is physically maybe I undo. Okay, so if I undo, I'll be able to do some... Well, maybe I'm able to just travel as far as possible, or run away as far as possible and try to cross the stream. My tongue is kind of getting tied, I don't know why. Alright, so these guys will also have to do this and then try to travel up on this road. Just try to stay together as much as possible, but I mean, if the cannons actually cross this stream and then able to identify us up on the hills, I don't know if they're able to do that. I mean, the fog of war is going to, I guess, descend upon these hills, so normal units might not be able to find us. But if these guys, this Union forces have some howitzers, then they can just fire whatever they want, you know, provided that the target they're aiming is within range and they can hit us in a number of ways. Alright, so these guys, I think these guys retreat whenever possible, and I think they're well on their way. Okay, and most of these guys are not going to be like fish in a barrel. Yeah, and these guys, I try to give them a bit of a glip tongue treatment. Oh, didn't work. I don't think they'll stay. Okay, so can you move? No, they can't. Okay, I think they are still in the formation, marching formation. That's why they cannot move. Maybe I can change these guys into, yeah, this formation. Then they'll be able to move a bit farther, perhaps, hopefully. And I think that's it. Yeah, because the units are kind of running away, we have fewer and fewer units to command. So let's just see what happens. I mean, this is the first battle of many, so hopefully, yeah, these guys are running too. Alright, I guess in a way that they're able to preserve themselves a bit better. And you can see they're running, the videos are on point. And these guys are, yeah, hot pursuit. I guess a saving... Oh, brigade don't run back to their farms, General. We'll not see them again for this battle. Well, see you in the next battle. Okay, so what is the range on this guy? Oh, pretty good actually. You can just maybe set up here. Let's just check the height. 6. Okay. 6 or 7 here. That's going to be a pretty good place to set up, but you know, if the enemy comes nearby and then starts shooting at us, then I think we need to retreat or run away using the road, and I think it's going to be good for us if we stay on the road as much as possible, or as close as possible to the road. So I try to set up here and then regain some strength, and these guys will go to place where they should have been from the first battle. I guess first crack of the shot, which is behind this stone wall, may be able to provide them with some morale boost, but I think it's a bit too late. But they'll travel here and then see what they can do. Yeah, so they'll travel up here. Let me just check once again. Yeah. I did turn off the grid. I mean, may be better in terms of viewing things, but getting a bit confused. So I try to see if this works for me before turning it back on, but right now I just try to manage. Okay, so let's change marching formation and then try to retreat. Okay, so that's what I want, and I think you are beyond hope. Sorry, General, we love our country so much, we are running back to it. I think that's actually what some of the retreating soldiers said. Put it here for your amusement. To my chagrin, I didn't really do a good job here. Just didn't do a good job. Oh wow. Oh, we'll wait. We try to gain some strength here and then wait. And these guys are basically out of... Yeah, I just really cannot do anything for them, unfortunately. And now these guys, you don't really want to go there. Can you move? No. So if these guys actually try to move, you know, they don't know any better, although I hope they know better. But they don't know any better right now, so if I do agree that they should retreat as, you know, whenever they can, what they're going to do is they're going to just simply follow this way. I can guarantee that's what's going to happen. And what's going to happen is, of course, they'll be surrounded and routed the very next turn. So maybe undo. Yeah, I think they should move whenever they can toward the rear, and you try to cross, and you try to yeah. Run. That's all I say. Run. This guy is still able to fight, but I think they'll be marching soon out of combat formation. Can you cross the stream, please? Please cross the stream. Oh, okay, so I was wrong. Pleasantly surprised that they knew how to cross the stream while in state of panic. Although they'll be attacked, I think they have some chance of being, I don't know, maybe fight next battle. And these guys, well, I mean, they have to drive here. Hopefully the Federals don't follow them all the way up to the hills, and we'll really be in trouble, not even able to secure the last bit of points for us. I'm hoping that these guys will, or most of these guys will follow these guys, and then they'll keep these guys alone for a while before we can catch some breath and then entrench in the hopes of keeping these 2 points. These points are all out of our control. Yeah, they're all taken, so hopefully once again they'll be attracted to this, attracted by this victory point in order to spare some of these guys. Alright, so I think we moved everybody. Can you dig in? No, you can't. Alright, so let's just go through every one of them, and these guys can maybe even fire, but well, I mean, I cannot really identify any of them.
No, sir.
Yeah, so let's go. And these guys will surely... Oh, okay, so we're spare. General, the brigade has fled to the supply train. If we do not get control of them quick, they'll run all the way back to their farms. Okay. Well, I mean, try to rest.
At ease, man.
So these guys, please. Bugle for you. Irish guys, okay. Spend 245 moral points. Maybe I should try my luck. Oh, I didn't have the luck of the Irish. Alright, so let's try to run here, or I don't have any choice. Okay, kind of makes sense. And these guys are also try to rush back. And can you move? No, can't. These guys rested. And oh, continue with your marching. Okay, so at least I'm able to buy them some time to catch breath and then retreat in orderly fashion. Even these guys, so let's undo. Then maybe if I do this and then I'll be able to run a bit further. Yeah, or maybe next turn. Alright, so how about these guys? I will try to get these guys. Let me just check the... Yeah, alright. This is 6. This is 7. I think you guys all should rest and dig in. And I get this guy over here and then try to set up. I cannot do it right now. Now this guy is pretty interesting. They'll try to have a look and scout. Oh yeah, so we see all these guys now trying to cross. Maybe I can go around their backs and then capture some points here if I can, but I think that's going to be a bit too much. I can try. They're not going to be routed right away, so these guys will have to be supplied. And then hopefully they're able to fire some few shots. And these guys are all in trouble, but at least they're in orderly fashion going to the train station. Yeah, oh okay, there's one guy there. They're trying to cross a stream. And these guys are hot on our heels. The brigade don't run back to their farms, General. Okay, so another brigade is gone. Alright. No, I think I try to move these guys first. Oops. Yeah, these guys are rather close now, so maybe I should just move these guys around here. Yeah, and then...
At ease, man.
spread these guys around somehow. Yeah, they cannot move because they're already at the point where they can
At ease, man.
get out of the battlefield. These guys can move, I think. I think I try to order these guys. You know, they are very, very bad off right now. They lost 6 men right there from the march. 7 men. But they try to I guess split these two groups apart. I don't know how that's going to work, but at least I'm able to travel pretty far along this road and then capture some points if I can. Okay, it's all on you, Ashby, to kind of confuse them a bit. And it seems that these guys have gone for the rest of the victory point, and they are now hot on our heels. I think I repeated that phrase like 5 times already. Okay, alright, so maybe I should save. I don't know whether this is actually worth saving, but well, let's try to do just that. Belly 4, I think. Alright, so did I go through everybody here? Looks like I didn't give them rest command. They shall rest. And I think I'll well, this is a howitzer, so let's see if I have any. I guess I get these guys over here and then try to set up. Although it's kind of lost cause, yeah, I think we might be able to do that. And these guys, well, I mean, yeah, these guys are really, as soon as these guys reach us in combat formation, then we'll have to get out one by one. And I don't know how much of a it's going to really dent the morale point or supply point, but I have really no choice. Yeah, these guys are coming really fast. Oh my goodness, yeah, I need to get out. So let's try to oh, these guys can actually move. Alright, so undo, and then I think I try to make a run for it to the other side. Buy us some time. Okay. Yeah, so these guys really cannot recover in time, unfortunately, so maybe I should... Yeah, okay. I have no choice. Yeah. I don't want them to surrender or get pummeled further. So I think these guys will be in a very bad way. So I think they just try to stay here and entrench. Maybe I'm not so sure what they'll be able to do. Maybe they can go up here and then yeah. Oh boy, yeah, that was pretty interesting. Anyways. Alright, so what can I do here? Can I try to close in? Capture some points and yeah, then rest. Create a bit of a havoc. These guys will further rest. Yeah, I think I'm not going to give any other... okay, so this guy has to unlimber and stay there, and I think most of these guys will be fine until these guys start showing up, and then I think we have a pretty good view of the surrounding area, so if that happens, maybe we should try to run once again using the back road here. And these guys will further capture some points and then try to make it difficult for them to claim the ultimate victory. Oh wow, they're like claiming zone of control right around this poor unit. Alright, so let's get over back here. Hopefully there'll be nobody there. And you capture this point. So it's like, I don't know whether this actually is going to make a difference, but I think that's the best course of action to take, and I think these guys will try to see whether the Federals follow them. Seems like most of them are not following this poor unit to the end of the battle, so maybe these guys can kind of recover and then not retreat. Going to further dent our morale point or something. Alright, so these guys
At ease, man.
getting back their strength a bit. Okay, so let's resupply, and then I don't know what the difference it's going to make, but maybe next battle they're going to be a bit more fresh. Okay, so what turn is this? 18. Okay. So we don't really have any view of the pursuing Federals here. But these guys will, well, what can they do? They just try to move a bit further up. And this guy will capture this and then have a look. Yeah, they have a look over here. And then if they follow that we may have to move, then we'll lead them on away from this force.
At ease, man.
Alright, so they're like... Oh, this guy's almost back to fighting form. That's surprising. And this guy's not doing too well, obviously. And they're gonna rest. And... chasing... Okay, so we might have to go. Over here. Oh my goodness. Undo. I can undo because I discovered these guys. Now these guys able to hit us pretty badly. And wow, we'll be like, yeah, we'll be like running. This horse is going to be basically littering this forest floor before next turn. They're trying to trap us in with their superior numbers and all that.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
So the goal is to make it over here, but I think it's going to be a bit
At
of
ease,
a
man.
tough proposition. Yeah, we have to run, and these guys will definitely attack. Oh, actually they stopped before attacking, and now these guys are trying to... Oh, maybe they found out... they try to block all the road here. We have to run here as much as possible, and they took their victory point back. Okay, fine. They take their supply point. I don't know what this really does. I think it really doesn't matter. Eventually we'll be able to make our way using this road. Let's see. I mean, it's going to be the end of the battle before we are able to use a back road in order to link up. Well, I mean, that's what it is, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I hope you find this a bit interesting as I try to deal with retreating. And these guys are on our wild chase here, goose chase across this battle. And you know, I mean, they're also losing troops, I guess, in a way, but not really that much because their morale's really high, and they're winning a lot of battles. So even if they lose some men, I think they're able to recover. But they have to be constantly on the move. So at least we have that on our side. Oh, somebody's moving there. Yeah, up there. Okay, so we are now able to fire, I think, right? I think. Yeah. At least we're able to fire, and how about here? Oh no, actually we're blocked. Able to move here. Our full salute might spook few birds, sir, but we might better save our shells from enemies can't shoot back. Are you sure you want to attack there? No. Okay, so this road is actually between these two hills. I don't know whether you can see, but there's a shadow here. And also there's a hill here, so it's kind of narrow scope. Yeah, it's kind of blocked from actually viewing this area, so yeah.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
I think I try to fire this if these guys come near, but it's 211 men, and I think we'll be able to defend. Kinda. Let's hope for the best. And these guys will try to come over here. Hopefully there's no federals nearby, and these guys will have a look. But they generally follow this road. Yeah. They're pretty resilient, surprisingly.
At ease, man.
Okay, so I don't know what's going to happen. They're definitely convert to their combat formation. Maybe I should move. But this is 7. Alright, well, let's try it. Yeah. R.B. Chu. So he is from some West Virginian family. He's not Chinese. Oh no, yeah, they come to fight. Yep. Well. Last turn? Well, I think this is like last turn. Still marching formation. I don't think these guys will be able to make it. So I think we'll be able to survive. Survive this. 178. Dig in. Oh, no. Undo. Well, I guess I moved there because I was afraid that these guys were able to climb up. Maybe this guy will be able to come down here. It's a bit of a... Yeah, it's a bit too much though. But maybe able to get these guys over here and to face up against them. like this, right? I don't know. Maybe they'll be routed, but I hope not. I really hope not. Their firepower is similar, so. Oops, undo. Yeah, they're just try to defend there. Yeah, defend, please defend. Okay. You know what? Now that I think about it, they don't really lose a lot of men from marching. I don't know why I thought that they lose like 1,000 men before everything, before we move into place or something. But let's see the conclusion of this battle. Now they're, yeah, these guys will make a mincemeat out of us. Okay, so what can we do? Should we just run further back? Yeah, I think we should run. Oh, and these guys will come over here.
At ease, man.
Yeah, just beating retreat. And hopefully these guys are able to make it. Oh wow, the horses become one. So they're losing a lot of men. Let's see how much men it takes off. 160. So it took around 5 out of their 165 men. Yeah, it's a grueling march for sure.
At
It
ease,
is.
man.
And is this over? I think this is over because this is night. So we kind of survived their onslaught, minimize damage, and let's see what the result is. The smoke has cleared, General. Thank goodness. Do you wish to save the game before proceeding to the campaign screens and reequipping your army? And possibly further onslaught from the Federal Army? Not a really good look from the beginning, but hopefully I was able to minimize the damage. Nobody actually surrendered, or it was orderly retreat. So let's keep this save file and then hope for the best next time around. Okay, yeah, so, oh, okay. I mean, I guess it's fortunate that I only suffered minor defeat because from the looks of it, I was suffering a total defeat. Let's just go through the numbers here. Yeah, I mean, we suffered twice as many men killed, almost twice as many men wounded, no leaders were killed, so I mean, that's, I guess, good. Whole load of supply was taken away, and weapon also lost. Victory points from victory hexes, I guess that's what gave us that little bit of upside, so as to prevent a total defeat. And the victory points actually ended up being the worst off in the end, because I was kind of wondering, yeah, confused between these two categories: victory points from victory hexes and victory point. I think this measures the amount of victory point that you got from capturing, and this measures the victory point at the end of the battle. I did capture some point and then kept it for some certain number of turns, and this is actually what we ended up with. So it kind of lopsided in the end, but we still preserved that 2 victory points. So I guess that's why it was. All right. Well, I mean, there was a battle, not a long battle. I think I tried to do some weapon customization, re-equip my army here. And then you can see that these guys are able to now command a bit more, although I don't know why they were promoted by being at the end of a defeat. So we have Ashby here, who did pretty well, trying to create a bit of a nuisance in the rear as the Federals are bearing down upon us. We have RP Chu, yeah, so Chu is going to join us, I think, as a major now. That's pretty cool. And there's yeah, so Garnet didn't receive anything. And all right, so let's go. All right, so this is the supply screen, and you have a decision to make here in terms of weapons to choose to re-equip your brigade unit. And yeah, so you can also fire a subordinate like Garnet, but I don't think I will. I gave him another chance because most of the blame goes on to my decisions. Watch the text window for help. Okay. The funny thing is, so I was trying to read this screen, and obviously I'm not really apparently I'm not fast at reading, so I was trying to read and learn what this is about, and the game closed the window by itself. Well, anyways, Garnet is here, and he got wow, yeah, because he was promoted. I don't think he was promoted, but he's now in charge of Stonewall Brigade. He has 1335 men. That's a lot of men. And he has an Enfield RF musket, which I believe to be a very good weapon, considering that it's lower on the screen here. Although you have all these great weapons such as Mississippi and Sharps. I wonder where the Burnside rifle is. Maybe it's for the cavalry unit. And here we have TJ Jackson, Stonewall Jackson. So he's actually not active on the battlefield, but assumed to be in charge of the army, or I don't know what is actually brigade that these guys are part of. And B. Sullivan, I guess, is a commanding general of this entire operation. Yeah, corps commander. And this is division commander. Oh, it says right there in the bottom, division commander. And this is unit commander. Yeah, so unit meaning the brigade. And you can see that he's a pretty good stat. I think definitely improved from the first bull run. Alright, so let's go down and see which guys need upgrade. You can see that these guys have different weapon. Burks, JS Burks, 69 US. Maybe this is caliber, I don't know. Musket, so 34 range attack and 91 hand-to-hand attack. So 91 hand-to-hand attack is pretty impressive. That's one of the reasons why I should have opted for charge attacks in the last battle. Then I would have inflicted more damage against the enemy. If I want a bit better musket, then I can probably I don't know how much better this weapon is going to really show on the field, because 34 to 38 doesn't seem to be that much. Okay, so this is a bit cheaper, I think. Yeah, and then similar amount of stats. So if I were to upgrade this guy's weapons and has 834 men, okay, then I'll be able to opt for this weapon instead of this. I don't know exactly what the difference is, but this is actually cost half as much as this one. So I definitely go for Palmetto. And now if you go to this board farm musket, I think, 45, which means it's a substantial upgrade over the musket, but then I'll be priced out and not be able to provide any new weapons for the other brigade regiment. So I probably opt for this. And you can see I have a really small amount of money to spare. So 3891, hopefully he'll be able to bring that firepower, all 8 of them, to the battle effectively. So I mean, this is pretty sad, isn't it? Actually, now this costs more than this for some reason. Yeah, so there's some things I really don't know about still. I mean, I don't know why this costs more than this. Maybe because I already spent money on this guy and then it was only available for 1 regiment. Now he has to provide for 2, so it's going to cost a bit more. But I think this is going to be an appreciable upgrade, so I try to buy for this guy as well. And I don't think the firepower changed, which is not that great. Okay, so I armed these guys with new weapons. Hopefully they're happy or at least content. And here is Ashby, who performed pretty well despite being raked by like 5 artillery units. So you can see the carbine here. I don't see Burnside. Of course, yeah, Burnside. Why would he provide weapon to the Confederates? If he did, he'd be like tried for treason or something. I think his weapon is good enough right now. 47 is pretty good, I think. I don't know. But then if you try to move up to the next best thing, I think it's going to be priced out. Yeah, as you can see, it's just horrendous amount of expenditure. Alright, so let's go to W. McLaughlin. Okay. So this guy is using the 6 gun. Alright. And I don't think I'll be able to upgrade to any better ones. Range is 7, AP 24, pretty decent. 7 is actually a bit farther than expected. This is actually a pretty good gun, but I'll be priced out, as you can see, unfortunately. I think this is smooth foregone, which allows you to carry like 3 different charges. More effective in dealing with units or enemies that encloses your position. But this gun will have to do, and RP is I think going to be limited to only this. Force artillery, yeah. Alright. Okay, so I think we armed ourselves pretty well. Well, I mean, not really well, but as best as we could. And we also have to think about the money, the bullet cost. And don't have any specialists. Alright, okay, so let's go to the next battlefield. And if you have any suggestions, or if you have noticed something I missed, please tell me. I can repeat this procedure. Okay, a bit of a historical context to the next battle in the Valley campaign. The rebels need to fight a delaying action that leads the Union assault deeper into the hills. As the Union forces spread out, the rebels can mass fire, bringing the Federals to their knees. Mass fire must be a lot of artillery units involved in this battle. The Union should try to crush the rebel forces atop the large hill in the middle. If they can do this, a simulated attack from multiple sides should cause the rebel to further surrender. Oh wow, so this is actually one of those battles where the Federals have superior numbers. But let's continue reading, sorry. Some historians disregard Stonewall Jackson's defeat at Kernstown and view McDowell as the beginning of the Valley campaign. On the tactical level, the Union achieved a draw. They surprised Jackson, seized the initiative, and inflicted heavier casualties but failed to drive the rebels from their position. On the strategic level, the withdrawal of the US Army was an important victory for the South. Of the 12,500 soldiers on both sides who took the field that day, about 760 were killed, wounded, or missing. 175 of them were from the 12th Georgia alone, so heavy casualties. And it looks that the rebels lost a lot more men. And it seems to be a bit of a I got my butt kicked at Kernstown, so if this is actually one of those things leading from Kernstown, and then if it shapes up to be a similar battle that Kernstown was, then I really need to prepare myself and not try to, amass our forces in one particular area where we can get surrounded and then basically routed, even worse, surrender. Okay, so did he actually give me a tip or something here? As the Union forces spread out, the rebels can mass fire. Mass fire. Okay, so we need to be very quick on our feet and then try to identify what, if any, Federal forces that we can isolate. Okay. Enemy troop movements detected. Please wait while we gather intelligence. Alright, I don't see anybody. Okay, so we have these guys spread out in McDowell, Virginia. And we have all these guys. I don't think we're involved in the last battle. I remember this guy's name. He probably ran the first. Hawkins and all these guys. Alright. Cobb, Scott, Harmon. And I'm sure that some of these guys will... Actually, there are 2 Taliaferros. Oh, they're brothers. My goodness. Alright. But I think some of these guys that we commanded will come as a reinforcement. Okay, so it seems to be this is the hill that Confederate or rebels will have to protect and try to hold. Is it evidenced by this victory point? Alright, so it's kind of spread out. And if the Union forces, for example, try to cross this area, then we have to move in order to surround it quickly and then destroy them. Yeah, sure, okay. It seems to be that we are kind of surrounded. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Next up is going to be the Battle of McDowell. Please stay tuned.